For us to construct even the simplest object takes combined human effort. For example, let's say we decided to make a metal chair, the sort of chair that you find in a school auditorium. For starters, we need what? We need metal. Well, where do you find metal? Where do you find metal? Okay, it's in rocks, right? Now, how many of you know what sort of stones contains metal? If you were to go outside here and pick up a rock, can you look at it and say, oh, this one has iron ore in it? How many of you know that? Well, I see one hand, so at least we're started. What we need is a geologist or a prospector who knows a great deal about finding the rocks that carry iron ore. Now, let's assume that we find these right rocks. What's the next step? The rocks are in the ground. So what do we need? We need someone that knows how to manufacture dynamite. Anyone know that here? You wouldn't admit to it, would you? Not anymore. But we need someone who knows how to manufacture that sort of thing and how to make mining equipment. And then we want miners who have the expertise to extract the ore safely from the ground. But you know what? You still can't build a chair with a mountain of iron ore. If there's a pile of rocks sitting in front of you and they're the right ones, you can't build a chair with that. They need to be melted down. Can anyone here build a fire hot enough to melt rocks? Anyone here? We're stuck. Already, we're stuck. We can't go any further here. We need those who know the smelting and alloy process. So we found some fellows that know that, but guess what? They just poured us a glob of steel. And maybe at this point we'd be ready to sit on it, after it's cooled down, that is. But whatever the case, to make a chair, it will necessitate having someone who understands how to roll that block into a flat piece of metal just the right thickness. Then we'll need to bend the steel and weld it. Welding? Sounds like we'll require someone with knowledge in electricity and how to generate it. As you can see, making a metal chair is a complicated process. And we haven't even touched on how to make the paint, specifically the kind that will adhere to metal and in the color we want. And what about the feet here? What are these made out of? That's right, plastic. Plastic. Let me see. That's a petroleum product. Now let me see. Drilling a well to find oil takes... Listen, all we wanted to do was to make a metal chair. All we wanted to do. And yet, it takes combined human effort. It takes hundreds of people with combined knowledge and allied skills just to make a metal chair. No one person knows it all. None of us, human or angelic, can be compared in even the smallest way to God who knows all things, who has all the power to create from nothing and is everywhere so that He can place that object He made wherever He chooses. God stands alone.